Today's lesson is Shawn Mendes, Finding True Success. Hi, everybody. Welcome to our program. I'm Roger.
And I'm Helen.
And today we're going to talk about pop music. Popular music that lots of young people like to listen to. Some people who are a bit older may have grown out of pop music, but I tell you something here, as a person who considers himself middle-aged, I can really dig the singer we're going to talk about today. Even though he sings songs mostly for young people, I can dig them too. And this singer is Shawn Mendes. Have you heard of this fella before?
Oh, yeah. Shawn Mendes. He's one of my favorite singers, and he's very talented, has a great voice, and he's starting to write his own songs. So he is showing his talent there as well. And he is another example of how Canada produces great musicians. We have Shawn Mendes, we have Justin Bieber, we have Drake. So normally when we think of pop musicians, we think of America, right? The United States. But actually, a lot of them do come from Canada.
Oh, Canada, yes, indeed. Boy, I wish I were Canadian and not American. Boy, they have a really high quality of living up there north of the 48th parallel. But yes, indeed, they do produce some great singers, and Shawn Mendes is one of them. So let's talk about him. Let's dive right into this and listen to the first part of our lesson, and then we'll come right back to discuss it.
Shawn Mendes, Finding True Success.
22-year-old Canadian singer-songwriter Shawn Mendes rocketed to fame after posting videos of himself performing covers when he was just 14. He has since released 4 chart-topping albums, won countless awards, and headlined 4 major tours. While the pandemic has temporarily halted his performances, it has also given him time to reflect and create his most sincere album yet.
大家好，第一部分我们看到片语 rocket, shoot, rise, or propel to fame 表示一举成名，声名大噪。例如 Sometimes all it takes is one wildly popular video for a YouTuber to rocket to fame 有时候只需要一支广受欢迎的影片就能让 YouTube 频道主声名大噪或是 The band members hope their band will shoot to fame over the next year这个乐团的成员希望他们的团体在来年能声名大噪。再举一个例子 It only took the actor one excellent performance before he rose to fame. 这位演员只经过一次精彩的演出就出名了。另外，以下补充2个相关片语。第一是 shoot to stardom. Stardom, S-T-A-R-D-O-M. Shoot to stardom 表示红透半边天。举例来说The band shot to stardom when it came out with a #1 song on all the charts. 这个乐团出道时以一首登上各排行榜冠军的歌曲，立刻红透半边天。第二 Some things or somebody's claim to fame. Claim, C-L-A-I-M. Some things or somebody's claim to fame. 表示点点点的成名之因，著名之处，像是This town's claim to fame is that it is home to some of the best chocolate factories in the world. 这座城镇出名的原因就在于它是世界上几间最棒的巧克力工厂的所在地。或是 Robert's claim to fame is that he can whistle Beethoven's 9th Symphony. Robert 出名的原因是他能以口哨吹出贝多芬的第9号交响曲。接着我们看到单字 halt 这个字是动词，指停止或是终止。例如 The factory halted production of the faulty engine part. 工厂停止生产那个有瑕疵的引擎零件。或是 Police halted the demonstration before it could start. 警方在示威游行开始前就将之终止了。另外，以下补充2个相关片语。第一 grind or come to a halt. Grind, G-R-I-N-D. Grind or come to a halt.表示停止或是暂停。举例来说 When the machine broke down, work at the factory ground to a halt. 这部机器故障时，这间工厂的作业都停摆了。或是 The factory's production came to a halt when orders stopped coming in. 该工厂接不到订单，生产便陷入了停顿。第二 Bring something to a halt 表示使某事停止。我们可以说 The accident brought traffic on the highway to a halt. 这场意外瘫痪了公路上的交通。
And welcome back. So we're looking at Shawn Mendes today, and the title of the lesson is Shawn Mendes Finding True Success. So we know that Shawn Mendes is very famous, but what is true success as opposed to the success that he already has? Well, it says here 22-year-old Canadian singer-songwriter Shawn Mendes rocketed to fame after posting videos of himself performing covers when he was just 14. So, like a lot of young, successful pop stars these days, Shawn Mendes got a start on the internet. In his case, it wasn't YouTube, by posting videos of covers. And he was discovered by someone in the music business. And as soon as that happened, he became famous instantly.
That's right. That, I guess, is a way to try to achieve success. You can post videos of yourself online, maybe doing your own songs, but also you could do covers, which are songs that are already done by somebody else. You just do your own version. For example, maybe you're quite talented at the keyboard, so maybe you'll do a cover version of Owl City's Fireflies or something like that, and then lots of people will press like to your videos, and then a record company will find out about you, and then you'll become really famous. So he was quite young when he started posting those videos of himself online, and he has since released 4 chart-topping albums. He has also won countless awards, and he has headlined 4 major tours. Those are quite significant accomplishments for a young man. And, of course, he released, first of all, let's talk about the first accomplishment here. He's released 4 chart-topping albums. So an album, of course, is a collection of songs. And if it's chart-topping, it's like number 1.
So not only has he had many successful albums, chart-topping albums, he's won countless awards and headlined 4 major tours. So to headline means to be the major performer, the first person that comes on stage at a concert event, or maybe the last person if they're saving the most important person for last. So that's when you headline a concert, it means when you're the most important person that everyone comes to see.
So we could say that he became famous rather quickly. So going back to the first sentence there, it says that he rocketed to fame after he was posting those videos of himself. So this phrase here, to rocket to fame, just means you become famous rather quickly, like a rocket lifting off from the ground and going into space.
Right. You can also say shoot to fame. Just imagine somebody who is going up in the air very quickly, who is propelled up to the stars. That's the way to imagine somebody who gets famous very quickly. So all of these things, all of these wonderful things happened to Shawn Mendes in a short amount of time, but all of these things happened right before the pandemic. While the pandemic, it says in the following sentence, while the pandemic has temporarily halted his performances, it has also given him time to reflect and create his most sincere album yet. So the pandemic has had some advantages on him and many other people actually. It hasn't all been bad because it's given him time to think about what he wants to do in his career, to reflect. When you reflect on something, you think about it carefully. You might want to reflect on your future if you don't know what you want to do in life, what kind of job you want to have. So it's a deeper, it's a more careful way of thinking about something.
Yes, kind of looking himself over, maybe even looking himself in the mirror and wondering, am I doing this right? What's my next move in life? So yes, he had time to reflect, and now he has created a very sincere album. He means it. It comes straight from the heart. Okay, let's move on now and continue to talk some more about Shawn Mendes. In the second paragraph, let's listen first.
Like many teens, 14-year-old Shawn Mendes was an avid social media user. He taught himself guitar by watching YouTube videos and soon began posting snippets of covers on the now-defunct video-sharing app Vine. When his cover of Justin Bieber's As Long As You Love Me went viral, Mendes became a Vine sensation. His overnight success caught the attention of a talent scout at Island Records, who signed him on without hesitation. His first single, Life of the Party, was released just 1 month later and made Mendez the youngest singer to debut in the top 25 on the US Billboard Hot 100.
第二部分，我们看到形容词 avid 表示热衷的、渴望的，像是 Tiffany is an avid surfer. She goes surfing every weekend. Tiffany 很热衷于冲浪，她每周末都去冲浪。再来，我们看到单字 snippet， 这个字是名词，指片段或是一则短片新闻或消息。举例来说， Nina heard a snippet of shocking information on the news last night. Nina 昨晚看新闻时得知一则惊人的消息。
So let's look at Shawn Mendes, how he got started. It says here, like many teens, 14-year-old Shawn Mendes was an avid social media user. So like all teenagers, like most teenagers, Shawn Mendes used social media a lot. An avid user, someone who is avid about something, is very enthusiastic about it. So he used social media a lot for his music and to socialize. He taught himself guitar by watching YouTube videos and soon began posting snippets of covers on the now-defunct video-sharing app Vine.
Snippet there is just a very short section of a larger film. Sometimes we'll see snippets of a movie when we see a news report on TV about a new movie that's coming out. My daughter was a fan of Vine when it was popular there. There were all these really short videos there, so I guess that's what he did. He posted snippets of covers on this particular app. Okay, the video sharing app Vine. It's defunct now. It's now defunct. It is no longer operating. It's no longer out there. It has gone away.
Right, because we have TikTok now, which is more or less the same idea as what Vine did, you know, short videos that last a few seconds. So it's defunct now. It no longer exists. Now we have other apps. So when his cover of Justin Bieber's As Long As You Love Me went viral, Mendes became a Vine sensation. So he made a video of himself covering or performing Justin Bieber's song, As Long As You Love Me, and he uploaded it to Vine. And when he did that, it went viral. So to go viral means to become very popular very quickly. The video that goes viral will have a wide circulation on the internet. So the video went viral and Mendes became a Vine sensation. A sensation is somebody or something that causes a lot of excitement or interest.
Yep, and his overnight success caught the attention of a talent scout at Island Records who signed him on without hesitation. So if you're successful quickly, if you rocket to fame rather quickly, we sometimes refer to that as becoming an overnight sensation or having overnight success. Maybe not success over one particular night, but it does kind of emphasize that the success was rather fast, as if it happened overnight. And of course, what you're trying to do is attract the attention of a talent scout, somebody who's out there looking for talent so that they can sign them up and record them and make money from their records and their concerts and stuff like that. And he was lucky. He caught the attention of a talent scout, and the rest is history.
Right, and this talent scout at Island Records is a pretty big record company. He signed Shawn Mendes without hesitation. So he didn't stop and think, oh, should I do it or not? Is he really good? He thought, no, Shawn Mendes is wonderful. He is definitely going to be successful. So the talent scout decided to sign Shawn Mendes without hesitation, without thinking twice.
Yeah, hesitation. Gee, Helen, I'm not quite sure what to do next. Should I explain the next sentence or should I explain some more about that word? I'm not really sure what to do. I'm hesitating. Yes, that's what hesitation means. When you stop to think about something and you're not sure what to do. But this particular talent scout did not have any hesitation. I'm going to sign this guy on. I'm going to give him a record contract. He's got great potential. And his first single, Life of the Party, was released just 1 month later and made Mendes the youngest singer to debut in the top 25 on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100. So, yes, indeed, that was an overnight success there. His first single, Life of the Party. Wouldn't we all like to be the life of the party? The person with the greatest jokes, who's got the most experience in the world and stuff like that. Everybody wants to talk to you. Everybody laughs at your jokes. That's what the life of the party is.
Yeah, it's not always easy to be the life of the party. You have to have an open personality and you have to like socializing with people. So sometimes people just enjoy going to parties, but they're not necessarily the life of the party. So the life of the party is somebody that everybody waits for to make the party fun.
And boy, am I inspired by this talented young Canadian singer. I'm kind of a shy person and I'm socially awkward, but after listening to this song, I feel that I could go to a party now and be the life of the party. Everybody will want to talk to me and buy me a drink and shake my hand. Okay, let's move on now to the third part of our lesson for today. Let's listen first and then we'll come back to discuss it.
Although his career began with covers, Mendes has worked hard to demonstrate that he is a songwriter as well as a singer. In fact, he's co-written almost all of his songs, including hits such as Treat You Better and Señorita, both of which helped him achieve superstar status.
最后第三部分，我们看到单字 status 或是可以念 status， 这个字是名词，指地位或是身份。例如 Gary cares too much about his social status. Gary 太在意他自己的社会地位了。另外，除了上面的意思，这个字还可以指状态或是情况。我们可以说 Before our meeting, I'd like to know the status of the city park renovation. 在会议之前，我想知道城市公园翻修的状况如何。
So Shawn Mendes is very famous now, and he got famous mainly by doing covers of other people's songs. So it says here, although his career began with covers, Mendes has worked hard to demonstrate that he is a songwriter as well as a singer. So it's one thing to be a singer, to be naturally endowed with a great voice, with a great singing voice, but can you write songs? Because if you can't write songs, then you're always going to be depending on other people to write hit songs for you. So Shawn Mendes is trying his hand at songwriting, and he has been working hard. He has worked hard to demonstrate that he is a songwriter as well, a good songwriter, in fact.
As well as, in this case, means also a singer. So he's not only a songwriter, but he's also a singer. Lots of singers rely on songwriters to write songs for them. If you can be a singer-songwriter, boy, are you special.
That's right. And in fact, he's co-written almost all of his songs, including hits such as Treat You Better and Señorita, both of which helped him achieve superstar status. Actually, coincidentally, I was just listening to Señorita this morning, which he sings with the other famous singer, Camila Cabello, who happens to be his girlfriend. And it's a great song. It's really, really catchy. And
was it in Spanish?
It was not in Spanish. It was in English, but it does have a kind of a Latin rhythm to it. Very, very catchy. Very good.
When I see that word señorita, of course, I think of the Spanish language. Señorita means miss. In Spanish, ay, señorita, hay tantas cosas en mi corazón que te quiero decir. But, of course, we're supposed to be teaching English in today's program. And Señorita, of course, is a catchy song, as Helen just said here. And both of these songs here, Treat You Better and Señorita, helped him achieve superstar status. You could also say status. Status, both pronunciations are acceptable. That just means your position or how you are seen by other people.
Right. Let's say you can be a rich person, but you're not rich enough to reach billionaire status, because if you want to reach billionaire status, you have to have at least $1 billion. Or someone can ask you what your marital status is, which means they want to know, are you married or are you single? A lot of documents and forms will ask you for your marital status.
And of course, here in Taiwan, a popular status symbol is an expensive car, especially if you can buy a German car like BMW, Benz, Audi, or whatever. Maybe even Volkswagen would be a status symbol. I'm not so bold myself. I'm rather humble, and I drive around in a Toyota. But in any case here, yes, he has achieved superstar status, so he can have a status symbol and ride around in a Rolls-Royce. Okay, that brings us to the end of our discussion for today. It's time now to listen to our Chinese teacher.
各位同学大家好，我是 Hanny。 我们来看今天的文法重点。课文第二部分有一个句子写到 His overnight success caught the attention of a talent scout at Island Records, who signed him on without hesitation. 他一夕成名，吸引了小岛唱片一名星探的注意，对方毫不犹豫签下他。句子里面的 talent scout 就是指星探，就是发掘专业人才的人。那至于 sign somebody on 则是表达跟什么什么签约，雇用某人，它其实就相当于 sign somebody up。那我们就顺便来学习 sign up 这个片语的相关用法哦。第一个就像我们刚刚说的 sign up 可以用来表达签约雇用某人。举例来说 The record label signed the band up last year. 唱片公司去年签下那个乐团。好，那么第二个呢，我们可以用 sign up 来表达登记报名。要表达登记报名参加某个组织活动时，常常会用 sign up for something 来表达。例如 She signed up for yoga classes, 就是说她报名了瑜伽课程。那么第三个，我们可以用 sign somebody up 来表达帮某人报名或是让某人加入。假设你同事们或是同学们问说，你要不要跟他们一起玩交换礼物？你可以回答说That sounds fun, sign me up. 听起来很好玩耶，让我加入吧。好，那么接着看到句子里面有一个单字是 hesitation， 它是表达犹豫、踌躇。那它是来自动词 hesitate， 我们来学习它的字根。好，当我们看到 HER 或者是拼作 HERE 这一类的字根呢，它表示黏住、黏着的意思。好，那么在 hesitate 这个字当中，它的字根 HES 表示黏住，那么 IT 表示走动， ATE 则是动词字尾。当一个人他做事情犹豫不决，是不是就好像脚粘在地上，要走不走的，一直没办法前进？我们就用这样的画面去联想到说 hesitate 它有犹豫踌躇的意思。好，顺便补充有这一类字根的单字。第一个要补充的是 adhere ADHERE， 它的字首 AD 表示朝向，那么字根 here 表示黏住，合在一起呢 adhere 它就有黏附附着的意思。那这个字也可以表达坚持遵守，我们是不是就好像这样紧紧黏住每一条规则原则，紧紧跟随这个原则规则，那就可以想象它是有遵守的意思嘛。好，那么第二个补充的是 coherence COHERENCE，它的字首 CO 表示一起，字根 HER 表示黏住，那么 ENCE 是名词字尾，那么合在一起 coherence 就表示前后黏在一起，那么这样应该很容易联想到 coherence 它有连贯性的意思吧。好，那么第三个补充的是 inherent INHERENT， 它的字首 IN 表示在什么之中，那么字根 HER 表示黏住，那么 ENT 是形容词字尾，合在一起 inherent 它是用来形容是内在的、固有的、与生俱来的。好，那么以上是今天重点整理，我们回顾今天的单字吧。
Halt. Progress was halted when one of the builders injured himself on the job. Reflect. Spending the weekend alone in the woods gave Timothy some time to reflect. Sensation. After publishing his book of poetry, Fred became a sensation in the literary world. Overnight. The video Brittany uploaded to YouTube made her an overnight success. Hesitation. You have to act immediately. There's no room for hesitation. Status. Doctors and lawyers typically enjoy a high social status.
Well, that brings us to the end of another edition of our program, and please make sure you join us again next time. From all of us here, I am Roger.
I'm Helen.
See you next time.